Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. JJ, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I didn't get the memo to look so pretty. Karen looks so pretty. It's okay. I might not have gotten it because I was sleeping.
I tried to take a nap. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. It's time, friends.
That looks good. I want a mango one.
Yeah. How's everybody?
I just woke up from a nap, so I got my sleepy voice on. It's going to go away soon.
Her sleepy voice is so cute. I can't even deal with it.
Nightwing.
You just want to hug JJ? I just want to hug her. And we're going to very soon.
I'm so happy.
We have a lengthy video today.
We do. Also, Melissa eating chips by the hot tub is such a vibe.
Oh, that is a vibe. And I love that for you, Melissa. I love that. Making bacon and eggs. Hey, Avery Joe. All right. So we're just going to dive right in.
Thanks, Rebecca.
If you haven't liked the video, we would love for you guys to like the video, drop your commentary, because, we love interacting with you guys. If you have not already subscribed to both of our channels, we would love for you to do that. And we are going to react to Jessie Lee's training that she did this past Wednesday. I don't know. Should we prepare them for this?
Yes. I want them to know because it's not just a normal thing.
I mean, yeah, it's not just yeah. So it has been alleged to me that, and actually she says it on the video. I don't even need to use that protective language, but she said that was going to be the last Wednesday training that she did for her team, which is very interesting. And yes, I was very intentional with training. Absolutely. Thanks, Reagan. I don't consider, and you guys let me know what you think. Obviously, JJ, let me know what you think. I don't consider training to be an hour or so, any amount of time talking about yourself. That's not training to me.
Talking about yourself is not training, and it never will be.
Yeah. So apparently this is, according to Jessie Lee, her last training that she's going to do for the team, because in her words, they don't respect the Wednesday night training.
I'm cringing.
I'm going to save my commentary for the video.
So hashtags punishing her team. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't know what else I would say, Charlene. I think that's a good thing. Kaylee, yes, I'm on live.
Hey, Kaylee.
Welcome. Once a week.
I remember being on these trainings, and she started to talk more and more about herself. And this is just my own opinion based off of my own experience. And I remember the little snide comments by her. And here's the thing. She's shaming the wrong people. If her goal was to get the entire team on these trainings, she's, in my opinion, shaming the people that are showing up. And I don't care what she says. If she says, oh, well, if my team went away tomorrow, I would still be fine because of my personal volume. Ma'am, you are not selling 3 million on your own. So maybe you'd be fine because of, other things that she has going, perhaps. But as far as money from her team, if her team went away, which if you are on her team and you happen to be watching this, y'all are going to be pissed. If you weren't already from that Wednesday night training,
you're going to be pissed today.
You're going to be pissed today. And you know what? Your feelings are valid. And I want to encourage you just to listen, watch and listen, because I was where you guys were at. So, okay. Are we ready to do this thing?
Yes. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yep. I'm going to add this and hang on one second. Okay, and she was muted for the first 30 seconds, and there was music playing at the beginning. So feel free to drop your commentary, and let's go.
All right, I'm unmuted. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we feeling? How is everybody? I am gonna let you guys know these calls I will no longer be doing because attendance has been dropping so significantly. So we're not gonna have Wednesday night calls anymore. I don't know when I'll bring them back, but definitely not anytime.
Yes, I'm already pausing this. I should mention that it has been alleged to me that there was 550 to 600-ish people on this training, and it's not enough for her. She wanted 700 to 800. Oh, there's an echo. I'll make sure I mute myself so that you don't hear the echo.
In the near future. So these are earned calls. If you don't understand, I'm paid $50,000 to speak for 45 minutes around the world. So that's okay. Like, there's plenty of training. You guys can watch me on my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, my YouTube, just like everybody else. And
just like everybody else. However, everybody else is not on her team. She's not getting paid off of everybody else.
Yep, the people that she's bitching to are the people that make her money. Ridiculous. Has it occurred to her that she's the common denominator of this training, and that's why people aren't showing?
I mean,
it's not.
You're not wrong, in our opinion, in my opinion, in our opinion. Yeah.
Figure out how to build businesses. And hey, I've been warning you guys for a month. So what can I say? So anyway, just giving you a heads up on that. Don't tell me it's not fair. What's not fair is it is what it is. So
did someone tell her it's not fair?
Yes, I need to actually. So I do have the chat. However, I didn't feel comfortable sharing the chat because of like those are not public figures. You know what I mean? So like it didn't feel right. What was happening in the chat was people were like, that's not fair. Like, what about us that show up? What about us that are here every single week?
And what about us who make you money? Who have made you money to the point where you can go and make $50,000 doing a 45-minute live. Exactly. She's like, what did she just say? It's fair?
Don't tell me it's not fair. I've been warning you for months.
I've been warning you for months. What am I supposed to do? Drag everyone on? You can't force anyone. People are wanting to watch the leadership. It's not them. It's you, hun. It's you, Jesse. That's why there's not people on there. What?
I like how you used hun there. That was good.
It worked out perfectly, didn't it?
Yeah, it was perfect.
This is shocking, honest to God. This is shocking.
Oh, just wait. I mean, okay, first of all, let's talk about this just really quickly because in my opinion, this is not leadership. You get on a Zoom and you immediately shame the people that have showed up because more people haven't shown up. To me, that's not leadership. Leadership is where you address the people and then you make the corrections, and it's the sandwich method. Almost every leadership, whatever, teaches you how to do stuff like this. I think she's just frustrated. We can speculate why she's frustrated, but real leaders, in my opinion, do not treat their people this way, period.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for her leaders, you know, the ones that are below her, like right below her in the lab and stuff, because I know that they're not all sitting there going, yes, Jesse, you're right. They're sitting there going, well, I've given you everything. I've been loyal to you, and you can't do this for my team below me that helps you. You know, like they have to be sitting there. I cannot imagine all of them just going, yep, no, Jesse, that's right. That's right. Well, no, it's not.
Many of them in the chat were like, absolutely, yes. You know, there's tons of training in the Empire.
Deep down, they have to know. Like, deep down, they have to be upset. Like, I just don't believe that they all in the lab completely agree with her just no longer doing these trainings. Like, literally, Jesse should be doing these trainings because they're all making her money.
Yep.
It is unfair for her to stop just because she's at the top and enjoying life now. She does not give a shit about her team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kayla, I like that.
The other interesting part about this is that I have only, I don't think from the time that I spent in the Empire, I don't think I ever saw her on a Wednesday night training share a video. And here in a few minutes, she's going to share a Jim Rohn video and tell a story about how he inspired her to do whatever in multi-level marketing, which is also news to me, but okay. Yeah, join me for training and systems. Exactly. I totally just forgot what I was saying, but what was I saying, JJ? Help me out.
That the video, that she's going to show the video and that she's never done it before. You're welcome.
I've never seen her do that, and apparently she's done that a couple times, and I'm kind of like, well, if her entire brand, just like Julie said, has been built on join me for training and systems, typically she is the system. The videos on Betty the Bot, she is the system essentially, right? And so now she is starting to remove herself from it, which is the same reason, in my opinion, that people have joined. They're like, oh my God, look at who I get. And now she's slowly starting to move back. So I don't know. Could this be self-sabotage? Could this be
Maybe.
Yeah, she's wanting to step into coaching, especially since she led with, hey, I get paid $50,000 for 45 minutes. I don't know.
Literally, like, the thought of her going, I should get paid for these, it's like, well, you are. You are getting paid for them.
Yeah.
Because they're your downline and they make you the money.
That's right.
Crazy.
All right, let's get it moving, because this is like an hour-long video, so we're gonna have a lot to say, but we got a lot of video to watch.
I know you guys just started. Luckily, there's plenty of Zooms. Some of you just started. There's plenty of Zooms that you can watch in the Empire group. There's a bunch of videos that you can watch from Betty the Bot. There's everything you really need on this team to succeed until you get to about, I don't know, $5,000-$10,000 a month. And then for sure you do need some coaching, but we do have coaching available for those people. So anyway, so I know it's a little bit unfortunate, but I've made the decision, and I appreciate you guys that do show up every single week, but unfortunately it's just not it's just not a respected call. So no problem. I hope you guys understand, and let's go ahead and move forward with
500 to 600 people is not respectful.
Today's call. So I need I do have this ability. Okay, good. So I have the ability to share my screen. We're going to go ahead and get started with Jim Rohn, as always, who was my first mentor. For those of you who are not familiar, he is somebody that when I was just a broke girl living in a basement, needing $300.
Aaron, can you correct all of that you just said for me? Correction.
She was living in her mom's basement. Her mom was her landlord. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but pieces of that story have kind of changed over time. Her mom did say, allegedly, that she needed to pick up one of those side things. She said before, you mean like Avon? And her mom was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm not selling Avon. And then she did a Google search. She found slumber parties. And that was how all of this started. So it's just very interesting. Part of me wonders if she's not mentioning that it was her mom that she was living with. And this is just my opinion, because maybe she doesn't have a great relationship with her mom and she's trying to remove that part of her story because it's not comfortable. I don't know.
Also about him being her first mentor or something weird.
Yeah. I've watched about 30 minutes of this training just because I wanted to kind of see what it was about. So I have some things that I want to say that'll come later in this video about her first mentor.
A month to pay rent, which is what started my network marketing journey. I am sorry, just reading a text message really fast from the group. But anyway, so I really had no one to turn to, right? I had no mentor. I had no idea how to get out of a negative spot. I had no idea. I didn't really understand mindset and stuff like that, which if you're pissed off right now that I'm putting a boundary around the fact that this call is just totally disrespected, this is a perfect example of that, actually. But
I want to mention really quick, people can take advantage of the thought of boundaries. Like, there are some things that are legitimate boundaries, and there are some things that aren't. Like the way she just used it there, setting a boundary around this call that's, what did she say? I don't even know, disrespected or something. I don't even know. But
Yeah.
essentially she's like, I'm setting up a boundary saying like, you don't get enough people on, you don't, but that's not how like boundaries work necessarily. Like, this is weird, her using that phrase.
Yeah, I agree.
I love you guys. You just say it is what it is. We do so much as a team, you know. Go to Level Up. We have Level Up. Did you guys grab your Level Up tickets? Like right now, those of you complaining, I'm going to pull names actually. Everyone that was complaining, people in the lab, can you go make sure that everybody who's complaining has a ticket to Level Up? We'll double check. We'll double check to make sure those of you that are complaining about the training.
So now, if they're complaining, they don't have the right to complain unless they're already signed up for the next level thing.
And let me also say, because I looked at the chat, I went through the chat, I saw the names of the people that were, using her words, complaining. They weren't complaining. They were saying, what about us that show up every week? You know, like they weren't saying anything crazy. They were just saying, but we show up every single week. Like, I don't understand why all of a sudden it's being taken away. Well, and it's because she has this number in her head and they're not meeting that number. Well,
what they don't realize is it's not them. It's her ego. If her ego's not fed, then she's still hungry. And this is just leaving her hungry every time because her ego's not fed enough. Yep. So it's not even them that's the issue. It's her and her ego.
And I feel like that's important for us to talk about, because I know that there's going to be people that are on this team that are probably going to watch this quietly, and that's totally okay. We welcome that. Absolutely. However, this behavior, this way of being treated by somebody that's supposed to be your mentor, in my opinion, is not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree.
Have tickets to the event. So anyway, I had no access to anything, to any training. I didn't have anybody that was making any kind of success in network marketing or in anything. And I was the broke 22-year-old kid who was just struggling. And I found Jim Rohn through a CD, and he changed my entire world. He changed my whole mindset. He changed my entire victim mentality. He changed the way that I felt about literally everything. And it made me show up in a totally different way.
This story sounds oddly familiar to me. The Jim Rohn CDs. You know who else tells this story?
Can y'all guess? Can y'all guess who else tells this story?
Kim. Hello.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you.
Do you know who else tells? By the way, let's talk about this real quick.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Let me just rewind for a second. There was nobody in network marketing, multi-level marketing, that was having success. I'd venture to say that that's incorrect, because when we were in slumber parties, there were plenty of people that were successful that were also teaching. Kate, you nailed it. So this is just her, in my opinion, trying to create a narrative that makes her seem like she went from this poor, broke college student who actually was working in a research lab that wasn't making any money, and her landlord all of a sudden said, you need to make $300 more, which, by the way, was her mom. Like, let's tell the whole story. Lying by omission, in my opinion, is this, like, that's still lying, you know? So it's very interesting. But yes, this is a story that Eric Worre also shares.
And so I'm going to start off this call. For those of you who've never heard Jim Rohn, I definitely recommend listening. I look so ghostly white. This is like I look terrible. What if I turn that off? Oh my God, I look like I have an illness. What's happening? Anyway, he changed my entire perspective of my entire life. And so if you haven't checked him out on YouTube, I highly, highly recommend that. I did give an assignment to listen to him every day, even just a little bit. Has anyone been listening to him every day? Just kind of getting that little good brainwashing, get a little pep in your step. Me too.
Did you hear that?
She knows.
Brainwashing?
She knows.
Ma'am. Saying the quiet part out loud again, I see.
Makes our job so much easier. Thank you, Jesse, for admitting. Appreciate it.
Making our job so much easier. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Still listen every single day. I'm going to continue listening every day because he is just good for my soul. He's like chicken soup for the soul, baby. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen so we can listen to this Jim Rohn motivational video. I don't know why I share the video actually, because there's never any video, but we're going to listen to the top 3 tips because there's 10 and we're not going to listen to like the whole 20 minutes. So if you guys want to check this out, it's just called Jim Rohn Motivation. 10 things you must improve every day to get whatever you want. So do you guys have those things you want in your life, like off the top of your head? Are you sitting here like, I know what I want. I know what I want. If not, this is a great video. And even if so, it's a great video training to listen to because it'll change the way you view things. Okay. So let's check this out. Let me see if I can get captions on for our click. Okay. English auto generated. Perfect. That's what I want. Right.
This is a good list that I've put together, inspired by a couple of others and my own contribution, and I'd like to share this list with you. First, learning the power of purpose. A person who has purpose in their life, they have something to go for, some meaning. One writer described it, for some people, it becomes a magnificent obsession. And for you and I, maybe it doesn't need to be that dramatic as a magnificent obsession.
I feel like we should fast forward through this part, unless you guys want to watch Jim Rohn, but I'm getting, and this is just my opinion, but I'm getting Warren Jeffs vibe from this dude's voice.
Please fast forward through Jeff.
Okay. All right. Hold please while I fast. Okay, yeah, forward it.
Because like I don't want to watch that.
I mean, look, we went through, let's see, we're at minute 5-ish, and this goes for a good 6 or 7 minutes. So like, tell me you don't want to train your team without telling me you don't want to train your team.
Oh, absolutely not. He doesn't care.
All right, here we go.
I don't know. I want to kind of take you into my world for a second, and then I'm going to go through the Jim Rohn thing. So I'll talk about Ed for a second here because Brittany brought him up. So it's so cool because everyone that was there, this is not a network marketing event. Okay. Not a network marketing event, like not the same as going to anything involved in network marketing. It was a business event. And so these are like where my soul gets fueled. Have any of you ever been to any event like that? That's just a business event. Like Angie's nodding her head. Jacqueline's like, yes. Tracy's like, yes. Amber, yes. Okay. It's just different. Right. And these people at this event, I mean, you're talking, like, so one of my very good friends, he called me his best girlfriend backstage, and I nearly had a heart attack. Dan Fleichman got on stage, and if you guys heard Dan talk, he talked about his investment principles and the way he invests and how he takes his money and where he puts his money. And I was getting texts from some of you guys like, oh my God, like now this makes so much more sense about, how you do what you do and why you do what you do. And I've always wanted to invest, and I never really understood where to start, and I didn't know whatever. And I'm like, it's interesting because the people you get yourself around, you guys know, we become like the people we spend time with, right? Yeah. But by the way, it's just like, shake it off. Shake it off. I know people are upset. Like, guys, you don't have anything to be upset about. Okay. I'm going to pour into you like crazy today. I'm going to pour into you like crazy on Level Up. I'm going to pour into you like crazy, like always. There will be pop-up trainings occasionally.
Not her gaslighting people on the training live.
It's what she does best, Erin, in my opinion. It's what she does best.
You guys have nothing to be upset about. First of all, you don't get to dictate how I feel. Thank you. Or
Yeah.
anybody, how anybody feels.
And their leader
feelings-
just left. It's essentially like decided, I'm not going to help you anymore.
Yeah. Their feelings are valid. Period.
Say it louder.
Louder. Tickets are $87, I believe, for Level Up.
$87. She wants to push them all to go. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I just wonder, I don't know anything about Level Up, but I will dive into that and check it out. I'm wondering if it's a virtual event. If it's a virtual event, where's the money going? To a translator for different languages? Okay. Where else is the money going?
Video crew, maybe.
Another Empire U. Yeah. At normal jobs, training events are free. Also, I find it interesting that she's able to even charge people for these events because I'm pretty sure it's not okay according to.
Is this her event?
Yeah.
Is Level Up her event? It's her event.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't be able to, but also she's in with Brian Underwood, if you know what I mean. So
allegedly, in our opinion, based on our experience.
From what I've seen.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe it's not even this, maybe it's that we just need pop-up trainings. Maybe we just need a little bit of a shakeup. Okay. Maybe like it's not exciting to get on Wednesday night training anymore. Okay. So maybe like a random Friday afternoon will serve you better, or like Tuesday at 2. I don't know. Like, don't worry, you're still going to be the best trained team in network marketing. Just, I can tell it's dragging. I'm responding to the energy, right? So
have y'all ever noticed that it's very interesting when her voice gets higher? For example, I remember when I think we were reacting live to her live where she talked about me, JJ. Do you remember that? And she was talking about sending me a basketball mug, which she did. She did. She sent it through Amazon. Cool, whatever. And she was like, I was being a friend. And her voice got like super high. And I've noticed, not that I'm a behavior expert, behavior panel, we would love your feedback on this. Kate, thank you. But in my opinion, it's very interesting when her voice, the pitch gets a little bit high. I think it's pitch gets a little bit higher. It's almost like she's trying to pad something that could come across harsh, or she's not maybe telling the truth. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because I know all of us love studying some body language for sure.
I think she was like, Riley, get the bread. It's in a noisy wrapper. Get the bread. Okay.
Enjoy the bread, Riley. We love it.
Same. I think she, realized that they were unhappy with her saying, she acted like there weren't going to be any more trainings for them from her. Now she's like, wait. There'll be one maybe pop up here and pop up here. That's not what you said, and that's not how you said it.
That's right.
Yeah,
very interesting. Yeah. Doesn't your voice raise when you lie? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it's a form of lying or trying to deceive. Okay, so you guys are seeing the same thing. And I mean, we've watched enough of her videos together separately that we're kind of like, yeah. Here we go.
It's okay. Like, you don't need to be upset. You don't need to worry. Like, just chill. I'm in New York City. Boogie Down's in the center of my screen, which just makes me crack up. There's a tour that's going to go on. Like this should be an example of like, if you are within a 5-hour driving radius of just.
I know what it is. She will no longer do it for free. That's what it is. She's not really going to do it for free. And if she is, it's going to be on her time, whenever she wants it to be. But she just doesn't want to do it for free anymore. Buy this, buy that. This is going to happen. That's going to happen.
It's just such a contradiction to what we were all taught in multiple companies. That whole servant leadership Whatever happened to that? Are you, Jesse Lee, are you still considering yourself a servant leader? I mean, are the people that show up consistently every single week, clearly they're not good enough in your opinion? By the way, for those of you that are watching that were on this that feel some type of way, your feelings are valid. And also, this has been a theme of my last couple of videos. You are valuable, period. It doesn't matter how many people you've recruited. It doesn't matter how much your sales volume is every single month. You are valuable just as you are. And I feel like, I know for me, when I was in the mix of all of this, I felt like if I wasn't selling and recruiting, I was a failure. And in fact, when I got out and I learned what an income disclosure statement was and I remember this, I think I was on a call or a FaceTime with JJ, and I was like, I was in the top 0.38% and I had no idea. I felt like a failure. And that is, in my opinion, what these multi-level marketing leaders, again, using air quotes because I don't think that this is leadership, just my opinion. I think that this is the kind of competition that they create to keep people around that campfire. They talk about that all the time. And I think it's disgusting. And I think that when you start playing with people's emotions, when you start playing with how people feel valuable or not, I think that that is disgusting. And it says a lot about the person doing it as a human being. And I don't get down with that. I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. I just have a lot to say about this.
Sealy and the champs, we're gonna talk about the tour in a little bit. Get in the car. Get in the car. Okay. Get in the train, get in the bus, get in the plane. Like, don't, like, I'm telling you, okay. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. It's just sometimes, like, yeah, like Jenny's status, the law of familiarity. Y'all are just too dang on used to me. It's okay. Just breathe, my loves. Just breathe. Okay. We're going to crush this training. We're going to keep crushing. There's going to be plenty going on. All right. So, all right. Now that we shook that off, like, let's just take a minute and just shake it off for a second. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So don't worry. This event just absolutely unbelievable. It's just different when it's a business event because it makes you realize how much this team is being ran like a business and not just like a network marketing team. Now, I want to share with you guys one of my biggest takeaways I had. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of came into this knowing, hey, if we didn't have the 700, 800 people on, I was going to make this decision. And then when it was 300, when I got on it at 8:00 Eastern, I was like, oh my heavens. Okay. And then you guys got freaked out a little bit. And now we're at 500, but even still, right? So I don't know if you guys noticed, did you see what time spot I trained at the event? It's the worst. Exactly 2:00 now.
Oh my God, here we go with her talking about herself throughout the training. Tell us about you, JL.
He's got her fingers up, guys. It was bad. So it's after lunch. It's not even that it's 2, it's that it's after lunch on a Friday, on a work day. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but what do most people eat at lunch? You know, like a lot of carbohydrates. You know, they get a freaking panini. Okay. And I'm not talking about the pandemic. Okay. They eat a freaking panini. They eat the potatoes. They eat the French fries, especially if you're Rebellman, you know, definitely the French fries, you know, extra fries with the French fries. You know, they eat the tater tots. They try sweet potato something just because they can, you know, it's like, you know, if you eat extra desserts, you know, oh, it's hot outside, let's get some ice cream. And I look at the damn calendar schedule, whatever you call it. And I'm like, after lunch, I don't want to be after lunch. Because also, when you go to a network marketing event, after lunch, the room is half empty. And I'm like, they're going to be dead. And then they're not going to be in their seats. So I'm going to walk out on the stage and I know I'm good. Like And I kind of, for a minute, y'all are my friends, right? Can I tell you something for a second? I'm going to tell you something honest. I had like a split second where I had like judged Ryan for a second, Ryan Steeman, whose event it was. And I'm like, I thought this man was my friend. And he gave me the worst spot. Like, how could he? You know, the disrespect. And then I went, you know what? I don't even care. It's disrespectful as hell that he gave me that spot, but I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do my thing. Okay. I walk out on the stage and I'm blinded by the light because these big stadiums, you know, with these big budgets, millions of dollars went into the event. I'm like, you walk out there and the first thing out of my mouth was, and I can't, hey, hello, it's Jessie Lee. You can call me #Boss Lee or the people's mentor. And I can't see a thing. I mean, I felt like I was at the eye doctor, you know, when they're telling you to like check for your eyeballs, follow the light. Damn, I can't see nothing. So as far as I know, this thing is for real empty. Okay. And it's loud. I got like reverberation behind me. I can't hear a thing. I can't see a thing. I really felt very impaired in this moment. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to give it my all. And then if I went to this one section of the stage, if there's a replay and you watch it, or if you were there, I kept going to the left-hand side of the stage because there was this little hole where if I looked out, I could see people. That's why I was over there. Okay. And I looked out after lunch at 2:00 in the afternoon and it was full.
I knew it.
They saw my name and they immediately knew they were going to cut their lunch short so they could be front row to hear me speak. Dude, come on.
It was full because it was me. I'm that good.
Bro, the ego on this one.
I knew it, man. It was coming. It was stirring. I was like smelling it. And I was like, all right, I think it might happen. It did. It did.
And you know what's sad is that people hang on her every word. There are people, in my opinion, on this training that are hanging on and trying to write down every single word that she's saying. So my question to those people is, what in what she's saying is going to help you move your business forward? Not a thing. Not a thing.
It's like what she's doing is making sure her downline knows how amazing she is. Like they have to know, like,
guys not show up.
Like they're like, I'm literally this incredible, and you're literally this lucky. Like,
it's just crazy to me because that has been her whole pitch. I'm a servant leader. I'm involved. We do trainings. We do this. We do that. And now she's starting to remove her energy, kind of using the words that she was using. I'm reading energy. Okay, whatever. It's just very interesting to watch her totally pivot. And, oh, well, I can hear her, you guys. I'm going to work with the ones that have the level up tickets. I'm going to work with the ones that show up for the tour that she's going to be doing. I'm going to work with the ones that are, you know, at least rank whatever. I'm starting to sweat over here. Honestly, this is so infuriating because I know the hurt that this caused people because I've experienced it. And that pisses me off because these people are coming to her because they want to run a business. In their mind, they have a business that they're trying to move forward. Some of them, maybe they haven't even sold a box of ketones. They've never recruited anybody, and they get on and they're trying to learn from their mentor, and then they get this garbage. I'm not saying she's garbage. I'm saying the content is garbage. I just want to be real clear.
Garbage content.
That's how I feel about that.
It was full. And it was not that they weren't laughing at my jokes because I made a comment at one point. They were taking so many notes. These people came up to me with notebooks and said, I don't ever take notes. I got 6 pages of notes. I wanted to laugh, but I was writing so fast I couldn't laugh and write at the same time. And I had this huge epiphany. My huge
I have to answer this question really quickly. Erin, are people commenting on this live about herself? Kim, do you mean on the actual training or on this live that we're doing right now? Let me know.
Epiphany was the mindset, like Jim Rohn would say, where they are all magnificently obsessed with their businesses, with changing their lives, with entrepreneurship, with bettering themselves. They didn't need to be reminded. And by the way, this is before making the decision about the Zoom, okay? I had this conversation with many people, so I swear I've said this. If I said this to you, you can be like, yeah, she said this. Okay, I really did. They didn't have to be reminded what time the event started. They didn't have to be reminded, get in your seats. They didn't have to be reminded to do anything. And it wasn't just for me, it was for every.
I don't think people were necessarily talking about her. One thing that I've noticed from her trainings is that it's a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot of what appears to be yes people. So there's a lot of toxic positivity. There's a lot of, oh my God, this is amazing. But all she's doing is talking about herself. There's a lot of that kind of commenting in the chat of the trainings that she has done and the trainings that I have attended in the past. And in fact, I was one of them that would be like, this is amazing. Did you guys write that down? Write what down? Right. Well, what are we writing down? The fact that she was at this event and filled the room allegedly after lunch.
Incredible.
Ooh. What?
I've learned so much.
What are we writing down? Oh my God, she's beginning to look like Amber Heard with the nose rubbing. Man?
Not
okay.
really.
I see you.
Single speaker, peep the whole place to the very end. The very end, these people were in their seats. And I had this conversation with, I think, Brooke yesterday. I said, it's the difference between selling to an event, like we do. Like, I could sit here all day and convince you guys to get tickets for Level Up, right? Like, you'll make more money. You'll be a better person. You'll get customized training. You'll be exposed to the best people in the empire, like whatever. Okay. And then I thought about Ryan's pitch for the event. And there wasn't a pitch. Ever. It was, okay, tickets are open to MDM 2022. If you want to grab them, MDM2022.com. Here's the link. The entire event sold out before Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm calling him Tim Brady from now on. Motherfucker canceled. Okay, before Tim Brady didn't show up.
Remember how she was bragging about being on the same stage as Tom Brady, and then he canceled?
And then called him Tim. It's almost like when she called Kobe Bryant, Colby Bryant. Was this her? Was that her?
No, but I'm going to fall off. No, it's one of the WFAB girls.
Oh, right.
She said Colby, and I said, don't use his name like that.
I'll get real heated.
Anyway.
We'll get real heated. Don't disrespect basketball players, period. It's almost like when she disrespected Dennis Rodman on her Facebook page last year.
She said, "LOL, what is happening?" Andrea. Yeah, dude, same.
Up. There were 150 tickets left. And then I don't know if you saw, but instead of Tim Brady, instead of Tom Brady coming, he got Logan Paul to come, and he got Alex Rodriguez to come instead. And they were really good. I'm not going to lie about it. Okay? And I just...
That's not like a... What is it called? That's not a serve. That's not... Wait, what is it? That's
flex?
Not... There it is. That's not a flex. Logan Paul. That's not a flex, bro. Compared to Tom Brady. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, so exciting.
thought to myself, it's a different mindset. And I'm not here to make anybody feel any type of way. I want you to ask yourself, are you an entrepreneur or are you going to become an entrepreneur? Because the number one thing you have to do to win at this is you have to change your mindset around all of it. You have to change your mindset of being reminded to do your follow-up. You have to change your mindset to be reminded to go to training. You have to change your mindset around making sure you make your posts. You have to change your mindset.
You're muted.
I don't think I paused it. Did I? I might have did on accident.
I didn't pause it.
I'm gonna press play.
I love us.
Around reaching out to your accountability partner. You have to change your mindset around traveling to events. You have to change your mindset around the access you have to your mentors. I know I'm not your only mentor on here, okay? You have to change your mindset around all of this stuff. And then watching the way these people interacted. Because you guys, if you don't know me, I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm just like built a little bit differently. I watch people like a little hawk. Okay. I like to see how people do things and all this stuff. So one of my texts to Dan was on the second day and I said, hey, I just wanted to tell you.
That's called people watching. That's called observation. I do it as well. We're not special.
I do love some people watching. It's quite entertaining.
Me too.
But
It's very fun.
she's doing it to learn things about people, in my opinion, so that she can manipulate them later. Like, oh, how's your dog? How are your kids? Because remember how she was like, oh, she was real upset that I set that boundary, right? She was real upset that I was like, absolutely not. We are no contact. No. And then she was like, I just loved her babies. And I'm like, my daughter literally said nothing to you most of the time. What are you talking about? And my son, you said, smelled like a wet puppy. Great way to show that you care, that you love these babies so much. Please stay away from my kids. Okay. Thank you. She just, in my opinion, learns things about people so that she can manipulate them later. Just my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. And Julie said, if you don't know me, I'm built differently. I stare at people. That's so funny, Julie.
First of all, like, I just love you. I'm so appreciative of you. Thank you for being in my life and my friend. Like, I really love having you in my circle. You've changed my life for the last, you really changed my life over the last 18 months that you've been in my life. And I said, I just wanted to tell you, I've noticed that you are in every single speech. Like, you're sitting in the audience and you're listening for every single speech. Now, this man, when he was 19 years old, took a company public on the New York Stock Exchange. He was the youngest person to ever take a company public at the time. The man is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. He's 40 years old. Okay. Like, I want you to think about that. Okay. And he was still in the audience taking notes for every speaker. And then he gave advice to each speaker when they asked. Like, if you went up to him and you're like, Dan, can you give me advice on blah, blah, blah? Like, how was it? How was my delivery? How was whatever? Because all he does is interview people and give speeches. He's like, not a problem, man. Here's what I would do a little bit differently. I think this part of your speech was really, really good. But if you would have done this, it would have been a lot more powerful. Try to use different language like this. This one guy was cussing a lot. And he's like, I don't mind cussing on stage. He's like, it's Ryan's event. Ryan cusses all the time. But you don't need to curse every 7 words. People stop listening. Right. And then if you noticed Ed Milet, speaking of, since Brittany brought him up, Ed Milet on stage, he cussed, I think 5 times. I was counting it for a while there. And he was like, Ryan said I can cuss at his event. And it was almost like, woo, every time he would do it, because it was so rare, it was very impactful. It was like the just enough, whatever. I know some people don't like cussing. Some people don't care. Some people are sailors, whatever. It's like, whatever. But it was so powerful. And so watching these people who are already the top of their game figure out how to be even more at the top of their game, because it was an opportunity. I said, God, I'm so thankful I'm at this event and I'm taking these notes and I'm being fully present and I'm playing full out as well. And I'm here for every single speaker. And I don't know if you didn't notice, but okay, this is, goodness gracious. Okay. So that's my magnificent obsession. I'm swear I'm going to get to the rest of Jim Rohn stuff, but my cup is so full after this weekend. Have any of you ever had a moment in your life where you know you're making the decision where you don't want to do the right thing, but you know you have to. Haven't you ever had these moments where you're like, but I just want to go out and party, or I just want to go out and do the thing that's bad for me, right? Right? Or maybe it's this call. You're like, God, my friends invited me out for dinner, but like I want to get on Wednesday night training or whatever. We've all had these, right? 100% of us, right? I'm sure it's 100%. I just want to make, Thomas says, yeah, of course, who hasn't, right? All of us. I'm going to share with you 2 moments that happened that were full circle, 2 of my million full circle moments this weekend. Number 1 was with Logan Paul. Okay. I'm a speaker. I had full access to the speakers. I had full access to Backstage. I had full access to the dressing rooms, whatever. After Logan Paul got off stage, and I was already backstage with him, you know, like from here to basically where the laptop is. We were standing across from each other, but no photos or anything. After Logan Paul was who? Ed Milet. And right before I went on stage, I ran into Ed. I had just gotten off stage myself.
So are you just telling us about your experience at your training thing, or what are you doing?
And then shaming people because they didn't go? Great training, JL. Love what you're doing here.
What are you doing? When does the training start? I don't want to hear about your fucking story, JL. I don't care about Logan Paul and Ed Milet. When is the training going to start?
I'm waiting for her to flex that like she was hanging out with Ed Milet and Logan Paul.
Who cares about them? Literally only her. Nobody gives a
best
heck.
friend. She has to name drop.
Of course she does. But like, I bet the majority of people in there right now have no idea who Logan Paul is. I could bet money. They don't know, and they don't care. They want to hear from Jessie Lee. They want to hear a training from Jessie Lee. They didn't come to hear about her experience at this speaking event that no one cares about. Like, that's not a training to learn anything from.
I wonder how many of her team members were sitting there with an empty notebook listening to this going, what am I learning here? Because I know that there's some of them that did.
And then she went on stage at 2 p.m. And then she met Logan Paul. And Ed Milet was after Logan Paul. Like, that's literally the notes that they would be taking.
Yeah.
Weird.
And Ed came up to me this time instead of me up to him. And he went, Jessie Lee! Girl, you look like you're high right now. Did you just get off stage? Like, you got that speaker's high right now. Or you're high right now, girl. You're high. I said, I am high right now. I think I did really good. He goes, can I tell you something really fast? He goes, first of all, how's the energy out there? I said, the energy's really good. You're going to like it. He said, he goes, did you know you're at the center of every conversation of every big event right now? Your name is in almost every conversation I have every day. Get that Jessie Lee girl. Get that Jessie Lee girl. Have you seen this Jessie Lee girl? Did you read her post? Do you watch her social media? It says Jessie Lee girl. And then I started crying right in front of him because it's me. And he goes, and see.
What is the term that they use? I just saw this comment. She's only talking about her resume. There is a term. I think the behavior panel talks about this. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where they're only giving stuff from their resume like they are justifying, hey, this is why you need to get on this Wednesday night training. What is that called?
While you're thinking about it, I'm going to say this is almost as ridiculous as WFAB saying 90% of conversations have crypto in them. Yeah. 1, no. 2, who cares? 3, what?
How many combos have you guys had today where you're talking about crypto?
This is my first one.
This is it. And I don't think this really counts.
For like the week.
Oh, God.
It's just like, she really, really thinks highly of herself.
Yikes.
I think I'm laughing because I have like really bad second-hand embarrassment and it makes me so uncomfortable. And when I get uncomfortable like this, I just laugh.
Well, and we have to laugh because it's so ridiculous. It's in our opinion.
It's so ridiculous.
Like, we're only halfway through, bestie. How you doing?
I don't know. I need more Malibu. She's her biggest fan.
That's Charlene.
Could you imagine if there were a bunch of little Jessie Lees in the audience, just like, yeah, Jessie, like screaming her name, like freaking out?
Oh,
It was
they probably
her.
were, and it's called her lab, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but I like the Jessie Lee's. She's her biggest fan, like for sure. Like if she was in the audience watching herself, she'd be losing it. She'd be
She really
losing
would be. She would probably have signs.
it. Oh my gosh. Only term I can think of is peacocking, but I don't know if that's right.
I'm gonna look it up because there's a term. It might be just a resume statement. That might be what it's called, where they're just telling, look at what I've done, look at what I've done, look at what I've done, look at what I've done. And it's a way of making themselves feel important. In my opinion, I think that, and based off of my experience, I feel like her worthiness in her mind only comes from achievement, which I think is a very dangerous thing in multi-level marketing companies. When your worthiness and your value are wrapped around the rank that you're at, the income that you're making, the size of your team, and it's wrapped around kind of those achievements, if you will, I think that that's a very dangerous thing. And as time goes by and I'm further and further away from the life that I used to lead, I really feel like the reason that she does some of this, in my opinion, is because she's trying to prove her worthiness. Look at what I've done. And I think that's where those resume statements kind of come in. I don't know, just my thought.
He's like, I don't know if that's just because you follow me or if that's just who you are, but you still getting emotional about that says everything that I needed to know about you. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm having a moment, Ed. Having a moment. Thank you. I go backstage, standing backstage, and he goes, hey, can you do me a favor and can you take the video of me walking on stage? I said, yeah, of course. I'm going to watch your whole speech from right here because there's an area where you can hear everything, you can see everything. So I take the video for him where he's walking up stage. He's like, here's my personal email address. Just send me the video. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay. So have that conversation. And I had to make the decision then because I watched Logan Paul go off stage and I knew what everyone was doing. Everyone, all the other speakers, all the other people, well, not speakers, I don't know, but like everyone else who was helping out people backstage, blah, blah, blah. They went and they followed Logan for a photo. They went and they followed Logan for a photo. And I said to myself, no, I know I've heard the speech Ed's going to give 4 times in person already, but I know this is the right thing to do. And I said, there's going to be another opportunity. Like, I know I want to do this, but I know God's got me, you know, like I literally had this conversation with myself, like, damn it, I'm going to miss the photo with Logan Paul.
Paging Julie Joe for the faith manipulation.
Julie Joe's here. What is it?
She's saying that this is a God thing. So just would love your opinion on that.
I talked to God. He said it's not. He said that he doesn't understand where she got that from. By the way, I am his personal secretary. Lots of conversations with him. Not a thing, apparently. So directly from the man himself, okay?
The fact that you did that straight face was amazing. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Lots of practice. Okay, let's play.
And like I'm not gonna be able to talk to him, like really, or you know what, whatever, Jessie Lee, whatever, just do the right thing. Okay. And I sat there and I watched Ed's speech, and I don't know if you watched Ed's speech, but Ed's speech was just different this time. I always cried his speeches, but it was just different. He's evolving. Okay. So now he's got voices for his father. He was screaming the one more. I'm like, you know, I'm backstage, whatever. By the way, I did buy 250 of Ed's books. So we will have some kind of Empire contest for those books as an FYI. So his new book. But I was sitting there and I had my phone up, right? So as soon as he gets off stage, and I had the checkout screen on with the 250 book package, right? And I'm shaking, I'm crying so hard. Like, you guys ever like cry so hard, you're like, you know, and I'm visualizing my Nana, you know, and thinking about, he said, you know, seeing my dad in heaven and he's so proud of me. I'm like, like he had never said that line before. So I'm losing my cool, right? Like, you know, when you're like that, like you're not even like It's like there's no tissues, so you just gotta snort it back up, and it's like painful and okay. It's like it was one of those, man. All right.
This right here is what we used to do in slumber parties. So I used to call this educational improv. Not that she's doing anything educational, in my opinion, but when you would get up and you would talk about specific products, you would give the education and then you would say something kind of funny to kind of get everybody to be a little bit more comfortable because of the nature of the subject. So when I see stuff like this from her, I'm like, oh, she's in party mode. Because that's what we used to call it.
I like that, party mode. That's interesting.
Yeah. You know, like
Also,
party mode for me would be a little bit different than like if you were interacting with me. And I think this is where her boss Lee persona came from, because we were kind of taught by leaders and such to have like this party persona. And I think that's where all of this kind of was created for her, and she took it and ran with it. Again, that's just my opinion.
I think
And
another
yes,
thing, another thing she's doing with this is getting them back in, pulling them back in, because even I was like spacing out a little bit, and I was like, what the heck is she doing? Like, what is this noise? I think,
yeah, it was
like, I mean, she's really just telling us about some experiences that, hold on.
And what does it have to do with a business?
Nothing. I said nothing 4 times, but I was muted for 3 of them.
No, I totally got it. I was with it. But like, how is this going to help her team members that just joined or have had, you know, maybe a couple customers? How is this going to help them operate their Prove It business?
It's not. There's absolutely nothing that they're getting from this. And I think Kim earlier was like, this is where her team logs in to watch. Yep. This is what they log in to watch. Sometimes there's some training.
Oh no, it's been like this for years. And if you guys have been a part of her team, like, don't take my word for it. They can comment in the chat.
Well, yeah, but sometimes there's people on here that, I mean, usually every every training, there's other people on here who train for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And it's like someone from her lab that will actually do like a legit training on something. And then she comes on and like talks about herself. Objection, non-responsive.
Because if I can do it, you can do it.
God.
And he comes off stage and I'm doing that number. Okay. It wasn't a good look. Okay. Tabby's laughing really hard. But you know what, Tracy and Tabby and all y'all laughing right now? You know what? I couldn't handle it. I had nowhere to, what was I going to snot all over my, what the hell was I wearing? Snot all over my Dolce & Gabbana. All right. Like, what the hell? So anyway, use that thing as a tissue. It is soft silk. It would have been, I'm sure it would have dry cleaned nicely. But anyhow, so I'm like doing this thing. All right. And he comes off stage. He goes, and he's like, in the checkout screens right here, he goes, Jessie Lee, was it good? I was like, yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. And he goes, you've seen it. I said, I know, I've seen it many times. He goes, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you please buy the 250 books just because I really want you at my house?
I too have snotted all over my soft silk Dolce & Gabbana. The most relatable thing I've ever heard.
House. Because when you buy the 250 books, you get invited to his house, right? And I went, and I hit the checkout button, right? And then he hugs me, you know, and I'm like, all right, Logan Paul, I don't even care. You know, I don't even care, man. And then here's what like won't, I don't know what y'all believe in, but I'm over here like, won't God do it? So that evening I went back for the Rick Ross concert, Paul Wall, Mike Jones, you know, whatever. Okay. Twist up for the concert. And y'all know Rick Ross. Okay. Like you guys know the song. Okay. Like, I'm just going to cuss. Every other word's a freaking cuss word. So anyhow, and I'm sitting in just normal seating or whatever on the side. And a security guard comes and gets me. He's like, what are you doing in general admission? And I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, you literally don't know how big you are. You think you're normal. He's like, get in VIP right now. Follow me. Because he's like,
oh my God.
Is she okay?
You literally don't know how big you are.
You literally don't know how big you are.
Sound like Anna Delvey.
Oh my God.
You did it. You sounded like Anna Delvey.
Oh, thank you.
What in the Wattpad? Wattpad.
Oh my God.
Oh, what did Monica say? Monica. I don't know. I can't see Monica. Apparently, Monica. I think.
You know, it's bad if we're both kind of quiet for a second.
I feel like I needed to pause it. Like, I felt like I just needed to pause it. That's all I have to say about it, though. Like, there's nothing else for me to say. Like, oh my God, that's it. That's all I got, because I'm shocked. I am shocked that she said that, even though I shouldn't be, but I am.
Oh, man. She's so humble. She's such a great servant leader.
So humble.
So humble.
This, like, you know, armed guard. I'm like, damn. Okay, fine. So I go up with him, and guess who sits right in front of me? Like, literally me. Right, put it in the chat. Who do you think it was?
Who do you think it was? I'm gonna say it was Logan Paul. I think it was Logan Paul. Okay, I'm gonna unmute it, and we're gonna.
It was Logan Paul.
Hey!
Nailed it. Love that.
Got it.
And now this is where she's probably going to say something like, God's got me and put Logan Paul in front of me. And if I hadn't taken that time to embrace my emotions and to suck that snot back right up into my face and talk with Ed Milet, I would never have this time with Logan Paul. Watch.
Like, the idea that, so she's now in the VIP section. Logan Paul would be close to her no matter what, probably. He could have sat beside her, behind her, to the left of her. Like, it's a VIP section. It's much, much, much smaller than a general admission. It's not God that's left him there.
You know what's very interesting about this?
Wow.
I remember being coached by her. I know I'm using a lot of air quotes, but that's just the mood that I'm in today. So thank you for, you know, being cool with it. I remember her coaching me and telling me, you don't go general admission to events. So the fact that she was sitting in general admission and not a VIP or whatever, like supreme package ticket holder they have as a speaker, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I believe that whole part was a lie. Her sitting in general admission, I believe that whole part was a lie, in my opinion. I do not think that was real.
Yeah, it's
now maybe Logan Paul sitting in front of her was real, but in the VIP section, I just don't believe that she was in general admissions and someone came up to her and she said that. I don't believe it.
Well, and I've seen her at events, and she doesn't typically sit in general admission, and wherever she sits, she makes it known that she's sitting there. She's not quiet about it.
Nope.
So then Logan Paul and I start having conversations about NFTs. We start having conversations about his girlfriend. We start having conversations about the fighting. We start having conversations about who's fighting later this year. He starts having conversations about everything. So I actually got to connect with him instead of just taking a photo. Right? Like, I know we make sacrifices in our life and our business, but what is your obsession? Because my obsession is about bettering this world. My obsession was not just about meeting Logan Paul. Okay. My obsession is about bridging the gap between network marketing and the business world so people understand this is a very much so real business model and people can become full-time, very successful entrepreneurs if they understand.
The income disclosure statement shows otherwise. So.
So I do want to mention something really quick because, you know, I think it was Dave, I don't know, who said this, and I was thinking the same thing earlier, is he's a freaking scammy YouTuber. Logan Paul's a scammer. I mean, he's been called out multiple times for it. There's been lots of cancellations, and he's done a lot of shitty things. But in particular, he's a scammer, in my opinion, but in millions of other people's opinions as well. So it really, for her to say, I talked to Logan Paul first, Who cares? 2, it's tracking. I'm tracking with that. That makes sense. In my opinion, they're both scammy. So,
I mean, she did do a training on the Tinder swindler. So, what's the saying? Birds of a feather flock together. Stephanie, we said it at the same time. Love that for us.
And this is a business. And to go back to Jim for a second, this whole self-confidence, how do you pour it on every day? I do this every day, guys. Every day I make these decisions. Every day I say yes or no. Every single day, I ask myself, is the decision I'm making getting me closer to my goal or further away from my goal? Even little ones, even little things like, I know I don't feel like walking, blah, blah, blah. You know what, Jessie Lee, look, you want to stay in good shape. You want to live longer, keep your heart healthy, walk, right? You know, like little stuff. Is it getting you closer or further, closer or further, closer or further? So then I get a text message. Now this is.
You want to know what else will keep your heart healthy? Not drinking 10 ketones a day. Not being high stress all the time. I mean, and she does both of those things, so.
This is another freaky full circle moment. I flew on an airplane 3 years ago.
Shout out to Kale. Kale, we love you. Aunties love you.
Does anyone know what my favorite show is? That's like, no, it's not on the air anymore, but it's the one show I've binge watched. Okay, everybody knows.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, that makes sense.
Aside from Dexter. Yeah. Game of Thrones.
You're so damn good at that.
And I love Game of Thrones because it's literally a leadership show. Okay. It is a leadership show. The whole thing is a leadership show. You know, like I feel like I was Khaleesi until she went a little nuts. So I'll just leave it at that. No spoilers. Okay. But I've watched.
No, Khaleesi's very on brand for you. Except like season 1 and 2, Khaleesi. But I also love Khaleesi, so. Last season.
Watched Game of Thrones multiple times. And do any of you know who the Mountain is? The Mountain. Let me see if I can get this for you. The Mountain. Gregor Clegane. This is the Mountain. Okay. So this guy is Cersei's bodyguard. Okay. So he's 6'9". Like this is like a normal sized human that he's fighting. Okay, in this scene here. Okay, so he is this gigantic, humongous man, and especially in the last few seasons.
I have to read this. Camilla said, Game of Thrones is a leadership show? Girl, did we watch the same show? No. Apparently, none of us watch the same show if we watch Game of Thrones as the one that she did. I didn't know there was another one. Apparently, there is.
Seasons, he's featured constantly. And 3 years ago, I was on an airplane with an ex-boyfriend of mine, and I see Sir Gregor get on the plane. I'll never forget. I see him walk on the plane 3 years ago, and I'm like, the motherfucking Mountain is on my plane. He is on my plane. Like I'm like over here having a Jessie Lee, oh my God moment. And I'm in first class and he's in first class, of course, because he would need to buy a whole row. All right. Like he's very large. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like I knew right away. Right. And I don't get starstruck, but man, I really like Game of Thrones. And I thought, and my ex is like, go get a photo. I'm like, look at everyone harassing him. And he's being so nice. Like, I'm not going to do it. And I said out loud to my ex, I said, doesn't matter. I'm going to meet him again at some point in my life. It's fine. It's fine. And then from all my networking and conversating, etc., at this event, because y'all, you got to go to events. I'm not going to sell you on them, but you are missing out if you don't go to events. My friend goes, hey, text me, do you want to go to lunch tomorrow? I have a friend in town. I said, yeah, sure. Like, of course. And we had to have a business lunch, right? We had to talk about some stuff, some business things. He goes, yeah, like he's a businessman. He just launched a yogurt company. He's from Iceland. I think it'd be good if you guys met. I'm thinking to myself,
This did happen. And I do remember her talking about it, but she talked about it in the champ chat. She didn't tell everybody, I don't think, at that time, but I do remember this happening.
Self. Iceland. I don't feel like there's that many people in Iceland, you know, like there are like 7 of them. I don't know. So in my mind right away, and I knew it was like a fitness guy because this guy who invited me is also a fitness guy. I'm like, yeah, I'll go to lunch. Yeah, for sure.
Megan, I think she's telling a set of fever dreams. Sure seems like it, doesn't it?
Sure, for sure. And I get to lunch. And I don't know if you've ever seen a 400-pound, 6'9" man come walking towards you, but he was sitting down at the time, and then he stood up to give me a hug, hello. And I mean, I feel like an organ might be damaged, but like unintentionally, you know, like he might have popped a lung or something, right?
Why does she close her eyes when she tells these stories? Have you guys noticed that? Have you noticed that, JJ? She'll tilt her head up and she closes her eyes and like tells the story. Why?
Maybe she's just trying to picture it. I don't know.
It's very
It's a
interesting.
good question. It's a good question.
Thank you.
He didn't mean to. He just doesn't know his strength, right? I'm just kidding. But it was a very like, whoa, like insanity, okay? So then I ended up having a full business lunch with him. He's like, you're so cool. Like, I want to do business with you. Here's my phone number. Let's connect. Da-da-da. Like, I'm like, I'm not saying this to tell you guys about my life. I'm saying you better start putting yourself in situations that give you the opportunity to win. Okay? Like Jim Rohn said, are you doing whatever it takes to achieve? I know it's inconvenient to go to events on weekends. I know it's inconvenient to do your follow-up and your messages and your content and reach out to your mentors and your accountability partners and blah, 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 blah. I know it's inconvenient, guys. But when I think about what is hard and what is easy when it comes to work, can we be honest for a second here? We don't do hard work. Okay. Hard work is that it's 105 degrees in Texas already and people are outside digging holes. That's hard work. Okay. Hard work is out here in New York City. These people are dangling off of the freaking windows, cleaning windows. I don't know about all that. Okay. Hard work is going in the coal mines. You can't breathe. The canaries aren't singing anymore, which means you're not singing anymore. Get the hell out of there before your lungs pop. You know what I mean? Like hard work is scrubbing people's toilets. You know, hard work is going overseas and serving our countries and not knowing if you're coming home. Well, there's a lot of things that are hard work that are not going live, that are not creating TikToks, that are not making posts and writing captions and learning how to brand yourself and doing the branding workshop in the Empire and doing a 90-day run in the Empire and making yourself get up a little bit earlier and go to bed a little bit later. And personally developing is not hard work, my friends. It's not hard work. It's easy. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's scary going live. It's scary doing TikToks. It's scary learning Instagram Reels. It's scary reaching out to people and saying, but I'm new on this team. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. What do you mean? Oh, whatever. We are all people. Okay. And if these events teach me anything, it's that these are all people. You know, I'm backstage with David Harris Jr. He's a human. He's talking to me about all kinds of weird stuff. I'm like,
also, do you notice the self-soothing behavior? She's like rocking herself, it looks like. It's very interesting.
Like, you're a weirdo. Okay. I'm backstage, with Steve Weatherford, NFL, NFL Super Bowl winner, right? He's definitely a weirdo. Okay. But he's cool as hell. He's just strange. He's like a breeder. He's having all these kids, 6 kids. A bunch of you on here got all these kids too. Y'all would all get along breeding all over the place. Babies. Okay. He had a 13-pound son. Can you believe that? Poor wife. All right. Anyway. All right. I like the ladies' faces right now. Like, oh, hell, naturally delivered, right? Like, oh my God, like literally no medication. I'm like, that woman is a hero. Okay. So anyway, I mean, it's baby number 6. She either got good hips or they just fall out at that point. I don't really know, but something's happening. Okay. Something is happening. All right. But anyway, gravity for show. So anyway, I don't really know, but, still a human, backstage with Ryan or with Dan Fleichman or with A-Rod. You know what? Y'all want to hear the A-Rod story? Because A-Rod took photos with 2 people. I was thinking to myself, are there any Yankees fans, by the way? I don't know if there's any Yankees fans on here. I feel like this is a North American call. There's definitely some Yankees fans on here, right? Okay, so I'm like, I have to talk baseball with this guy, and I can't just be like the hot girl. Like I gotta know something. Okay. So I'm like, okay. Cause he was like, no photos. He didn't take photos with kids or nothing. I was like, that's messed up, man. But anyway, so I went to him and I thought to myself, you know what? Yeah, y'all can put your baseball teams in the chat. I said, it was a true story. In 2009, I went to the New York Yankees, Baltimore Orioles game at Yankee Stadium, because I went to school here. At Yankee Stadium, the new stadium. And I was there when Derek Jeter hit his 2000th RBI. I have photos on my phone still. I was right there in the freaking Bronx. Okay. And I'm like, I know what I'm gonna say, because I don't know if this is a rumor, right? But I heard that Jeter and A-Rod have a thing where they don't actually like each other. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay. So I said to him, hey, I was like, good job up there. You were great. I was actually at that game back in 2009 when Derek Jeter against the Baltimore Orioles hit his 2000th RBI. And he goes, that was me. I said, no. I'm not talking about when you did it against the Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore. I was at Yankee Stadium. He's like, oh, so you know a little bit about baseball then. I don't know shit about baseball. Okay. I was like, all I know is how to sing Orioles Magic. Okay. If we're being totally honest, man, that was about it. Nick Markakis had a really nice butt growing up.
I now know why 800 people don't get on this. There's a reason, Jesse. It's you. People don't get on this because this is called a training in your eyes, and it's really just you hyping yourself up.
Facts. Also, I love how this is paused right now.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. This guy, that's about it. I'm like, oh my God. What am I going to say? What am I going to say to this man? All right. And he goes, hey, you're funny. He's like, you're funny. I know what you're doing. He goes, come here. You want to take a photo? I'm like, got him. I'm like, yes. Okay. So you just never know. You got to put yourself in situations to win. I don't know why I told you that, but look, you got to get to these things. I will be on every single Zoom during Level Up to watch you guys, right? I scroll through on these calls and I look at your faces. I know you guys know that. Some of you have been around for a longer time, but where do we pay attention to stuff? Paying attention to stuff. But these are normal people is all I'm trying to say. Don't put people on pedestals. Don't think they're any better than you. It's just that they're choosing their hard. So choose yours. Okay. And then ask yourself, like Jim just said, did you do the best you could? Are you showing it the best way you can? And you know what? When that can just be for some of you, I know a lot of you are on a sobriety journey. Sometimes doing the best you can is you stayed sober that day and you need to celebrate that win. Okay. Honestly, I'm not telling you, did you do the best you could means, did you run a freaking marathon today? That's not what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not asking you, did you do 900 pieces of content today? No, but did you do the best that you could do? And that's a question you just have to ask yourself. Right? If we get a little bit better each day, we explode as humans. That's all we're trying to do here is just get a little bit better. And every day I won't go to bed until I'm a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Sometimes a lot better. Ask yourself, whatever it takes to achieve. Like Jim said. Okay. And that genuine enthusiasm. I don't want to keep going on the Jim Rohn thing because look, I still got stuff to train y'all on. Okay. But that genuine enthusiasm makes a massive difference in your life. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but it is true. It's true. You can tell when someone's excited, can't you? Tell me in the chat. Can you tell when someone's excited? Can you tell when somebody shows up with just passion? I can. Oh my God. Like I always know when someone's going to be good in this business, because you might not know a single thing, a single close, a single technique, a single thing about the ingredients, about the product, about nothing, but you're so excited. I'm like, that person's on absolute fire. On absolute fire. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So I want to talk to you really fast about a skill set you have to have in order to be good at network marketing. That's just how to close a sale. We have a lot.
How long did it take? How long?
We're 46 minutes into this training, and now she's giving some sort of a tactical, what it feels like, some sort of a tactical training.
Well, we have less than 15 minutes left, right?
Yeah. I think it's like an
46
hour and 3 minutes.
Jesus. Took her long enough. OMG, all this on how to close it. Yeah, how to close a sale. It's not like she's taught that a billion times. Get creative. Do something new.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Of closing techniques, obviously, and boards, tons of closing stuff inside of the empire. But look, if you can learn how to if you can learn how to close some sales and close some recruits and master that, you will discover that this business is fun. Okay, this business is fun when you close sales, wouldn't you think? Don't you think? Yeah. Okay, it's fun. Like, how many of you, when you get like, how many of you right now need to brag? Who got a sale this week? Anyone get a sale this week? Anyone have conversations this week that you're proud of? Yes. Anyone feeling enthusiastic about their business right now? Like, you're like, girl, I'm on fire. I don't know why. I'm pumped up. Like, I don't know, something's in the air. Yes. Yes. Right? Anyone's level up shirts come in? Our level up shirts came in for the event. I can't wait. Got our swag. That got me excited. That gets me excited. Right? I'm like, woo, let's go. They're coming. Don't worry. They're coming. Right? It's like when you win, it feels good. When you win, it feels good. Okay. So look, couple things. I'm going to go fast through this because I got to do a couple announcements and we're done. Oh yeah. The Dominican Republic. The champs are going to the Dominican Republic. Hell yeah. It's exciting. All right. Look, you order one.
Wouldn't you want to go fast through your story, take the majority of the time to train and then end, instead of doing training for 5 minutes or so and then ending?
Yes.
You would want to go fast through your story so that you can take the majority of the training time to train and then end it.
Yes. Agreed.
So weird.
Yes, sir, your son already stole it. I get another, right? Hard sells. Hard sells mean you get a little frustrated, right? And you start asking very directly, look, I just want to know right off the bat, it's okay. Are you intending on doing this or not? No pressure. I just need to know. It's amazing when you kind of take it away like that. All right. I promise you, so the hard sell is one of the harder ones to do because you're like, whoa, that's high pressure. I said on a coaching call on yesterday, one of my coaching calls, she goes, Peggy goes, I just don't want to be salesy. How many of you feel like that? Anyone feel like that? Is Peggy on here? What did I tell Peggy? I said, Peggy, I hate to break it to you. You're in sales. So I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay. Who needs to hear that? Like, Ganita laughed at that. Kaylee laughed at that. Right. Mel Humphrey laughed at that. I'm like, baby, you're in sales. That's what we do. Okay. She goes, well, what if people think I'm annoying? I'm like,
I want to read this. Charlene said, I love how she starts out by humiliating them, then goes on to brag about herself through most of the call. And then at the end gives them a little pat on the head if they made a sale. It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting.
Also, she is notorious, in my opinion, for using these types of examples either on what to do or what not to do. It's typically what not to do. I have been on the receiving end of that multiple times. And I know there are several people, I'm not obviously going to call them out because I don't do that, but there are several people on this live right now that have also been on the receiving end of that. If they choose to tell their story, that's fine. But
can I do
that's
a potty
not
break?
leadership.
Potty break.
Oh, potty
2
break.
minute potty break. 2 minutes.
All right.
2 minutes.
Time out.
Check in. I'm coming. Coming. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. Oh! I was like talking to you. I was like, I'm coming, but you're not here.
I'm here. Hello.
Hey,
Welcome,
everybody.
Stephanie.
Welcome, Stephanie.
Love that.
By the way, if you want extra videos, Erin and I do some member-only videos and member-only lives now. Separate and sometimes together. I think we've done one member-only video live together. But yeah, so if you want that, feel free to become a member. If not, keep hanging. It's chill. It's cool. I was running.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Love it.
Unmute you. You keep going. We're in sales. But you know, I got to tell you something. I said this from stage on Saturday or Friday or whenever day I spoke. I said, sales is the way you free yourselves. Okay. If you want to free your family financially, and I'm speaking to you right now, you better learn sales. You got to get good at it. You got to close people. If you want to free yourself from financial ruin yourself, you don't even have a family. It's you. You want to get your teeth done, your hair done, your nails done, your toes done, your body done. I don't know what the hell you want to get done. You know what you need to do? You need to learn sales. Sales frees you. It frees you. I don't know who Pancake Daddy is, who's going to get a BBL, but I love that your name is Pancake Daddy. And now I'm thinking about your little booty. Okay. So anyway, that's fine. That's probably Josh Heath. Okay. But anyway, so the soft sell, this is another way. So your hard sell, are we going to do this or not? Soft sell, a little more gentle. Okay. Like you're going to use questions that are a little stuck on daddy. You're telling me too much about yourself right now, Maddie. Okay, baby. All right. I know you like calling people daddy, but like, that's okay. You know, that's fine. That you keep that yourself. All right. That's not for a team Zoom call for all of us to know. All right. Right there on the front page, talking about how she likes to call people.
But your balcony time is for a live in public.
The dirty chones on the balcony for 5 days.
Dirty chones on the balcony for 5 days. Don't let there be dirty chones anywhere for 5 days, please and thank you. Put your chones in the washing machine, or wash them, or in the trash if you have to. Jeez,
all of that.
Any of it, just don't leave it there.
Daddy. All righty then. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm starting to sweat in here now. Okay. Let me just stop for a second. Wow. All right. Welcome to the empire. She's stuck on the comment. No, she's stuck on daddy. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Look at her laughing. Clearly, I think I nailed it. All right. Those of y'all laughing a little too hard. You're telling us a lot about yourselves right now. Whole lot being exposed on Wednesday night training. Okay. So anyway, use questions that leave customers feeling like they have controlled the conversation. Okay. You're going to do a soft sell, a little bit less pressure, a little bit more comfortable, right? Like, hey, not a problem. What would make you more comfortable in this situation? How could I help you make a decision? Right? What would work better for you? What are your goals? Can you just give me a little bit more that you're looking for? Let them feel like they're controlling the conversation. Great for sales. Okay. A close that works really well is when you summarize. So maybe you've done the whole pitch, maybe you've done your whole, you'll see this.
So what I'm hearing you say is, that's probably what she's going to say. I'm just predicting because I know how much you guys love when I do that.
When I do product lives, and a lot of really good people do product lives, Amanda says, you did that to me. Yeah, I know. All right. Do your whole presentation and at the end summarize. Okay. So maybe at the very end of a product presentation or a recruiting conversation, you say something like I said, the benefits of this are fat loss, muscle preservation, better sleep, skin, mood, focus, energy, and digestion. Okay, sound good? Ready to get started? Okay. What are the benefits of this? Financial freedom. You can travel the world. You can have community. You can have training. You get the point. Summarizing. Okay.
Just no more training from Jessie Lee on Wednesday nights for her team.
I was a little off on my prediction, but that's okay. Just you don't get access to the Wednesday night trainings unless you watch old trainings. Best of luck.
Yeah. You get access to all that, but me now. You just don't have access to me. Sorry.
Unless it's through Betty the Bot, through my monetized YouTube channel that everybody watches.
Betty.
Another one that works really well is a needs-based close. Okay. Like, hey, hold on a minute. We started this conversation. You said you need more energy, Kristen. You said you need more energy, Linda. You said you need more energy, Sadie. You said you need more focus, Jamie. You said you were looking for fat loss, Emily. Well, wouldn't you say I have the solution for this? You said you need this. This product solves this problem. I'm just trying to solve your problems, Gabby. Okay. All right. So, you can counter close. This works really well. This is basically when somebody gives you an objection, you solve the problem again. All right. So maybe somebody says something like, oh, the price is a little higher than I wanted it to be. Like maybe somebody says something. Yeah. Like, we'll use that one as an example. You can look through all the closing scripts, of course, but you can break it down by price. Right. Hey, I totally understand how you feel with that. Right. So, first of all, it's solving all the problems you said you want to solve. And then second of all, I want to make sure that this is actually cost effective for you. So if you think about it, if I'm suppressing your appetite, what would you say, Casey, you usually spend every day on breakfast? Like your coffee and your breakfast? $20, $10, $15, coffee's $5, $6, whatever it is. I don't know what you guys think. Call it $2 even, get McDonald's coffee. Then you get your breakfast, you get your breakfast panini or whatever else. Okay. And we're at $15, $10. Let them answer. Okay. Deb's like fist pumping over there. I guess she likes this one. Okay. And then you can just say, I totally get that, but do you understand this is $7 a serving? And if you're not eating until lunchtime, I've literally saved you $13 a day. That's counter close. It's counter close, right? Or same thing. Hey, it works with recruiting, obviously, right? Oh, I know it's expensive up front, right? Everything worth it is obviously expensive up front. But I want you to think about it from the perspective of when this business works for you. Let me ask it like this, Michelle. So would you say I'm successful? Like, would you say my investment was worth it?
In what? In what? Be specific, because I think you're successful in a few things, but not that much.
So then you know that it is possible for you to invest $1,000 in something and become a multimillionaire. Now, I'm not guaranteeing it. I just want you to think about it for a second. You know that investment makes something like this possible. I just want you to think about it. Right? How many people are gonna be like, what the hell? Like really closing sales is just flipping their mindset really fast, getting them in the state of like, wait a minute, what? Okay. You can do last chance closes. This works really well when we have sales. Okay. Impending deadlines, great motivators. Last chance close takes great advantage of this, right? So letting your people know, hey, we have Dollar Keto Club right now, and I do not know when this is going to go away, but I do know what's going away.
First of all, the Dollar Keto, rewind that. The Dollar Keto Club has been around since 2020. It's disgusting. Ew. Also, exactly what you said.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like what she said. Like, she's like, you become a millionaire, blah, blah. You're the only one on your team that is. No one else is. So, I don't know about that.
If you don't buy now, I'm just telling you, the terms might change, the cost to get started, this might completely be different. I'm not trying to pressure you on anything, but I'm just trying to let you know, I want you to have a deal, Tammy. I want you to have the best deals.
And also, when 2 weeks later, when it comes back at the end of the month and they see it's the same price, they're going to realize that she lied to them. Yikes.
And we've got a really good deal right now. I kind of already hit this one, but takeaway closes are really good. Welcome home, Kim. Takeaway closes are awesome. Okay. So you take away the fear, right? So you let them know, like, hey, this is it. Like, oh, you don't want to do it? Not a problem. I actually have to go talk to somebody else. right? Oh, you're not really, oh, Pancake Daddy is Joshua. Oh my God, that's so funny. I just scrolled and found you and it is you. Okay, so you tell them what they're going to be missing out on. That's a takeaway. You take it away. Oh, not a problem. I have to go jump on another call. And this works really well when somebody starts to annoy you. Have any of you ever been annoyed when you're closing somebody and you're just like, I just want to come through the screen and punch you? Misha's like, yes, I'm getting very annoyed sometimes, right? Just straight up tell them, you know what? I really have to go run into this other conversation right now. So I can get you started in the next 15 seconds or I have to go. It's takeaway, right? Best option close. So basically presenting them with multiple things to select from and you let them know what the best deal is. I'm very big on this, right? I don't sell small packages, guys, because I know it's not the best deal for them. It's not even just a sales thing. Like ask everyone that I recruit. I'm like, you need the top.
It is a sales thing because you get the highest weekly bonus from selling those large packages. It is a sales thing. We're all annoyed. God, I can't.
Package, right? This is not even an option almost, right? Like this is your best option. I'm going to present you the different plan options, but this is the best option. I want to highlight the different elements that'll work for you. And again, that's just important, right? Okay. You can create specials for yourself, which can work sometimes. All right. So they're not even like this would be called something like faux closing, but I don't think it's fake. So like as an example, it's just added value.
I can't unmute you. Sorry, guys. JJ was texting me to unmute her, but I cannot. Why can I not unmute you? That's weird. Okay, we're going to keep going.
Right. So for some of you, if you look at the jump program, right, we do jump program. That would be a faux close. Now it's real. They do get coaching every day. They do get access every day. They do get, the best deal every day because they get bundles. They get all this stuff. All that added stuff is a faux close. Is this useful, by the way? Do you guys like when I do these like tactical? You're like, I feel like your brains are blowing up right now. This is so good. Okay. So same thing. I say stuff.
Not Jessie Lee complimenting herself on her own training.
Like, our frontline gets trained every single week when you choose me, right? Or you can say our team has incentives. Or like, even if you are not yet a champ car earner and you did not earn the car earning trip to the Dominican Republic, you can still talk about it. You understand? Like our team is going to the Dominican Republic. That's not even a company trip. Our team is going to the Dominican Republic. Like that's offered on our team. That's a faux close, but it's real, right? Like what are the added things that you're like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Right? All these little things are important. Okay. It's almost like an add-on close, sort of kind of the same thing, right? Yeah. Still talk about it. Even if you didn't earn it, talk about the Dominican. It would just make good sense for you. All right. So, I don't even know what this is actually called, but I do this when I tell people to break up with people too. Okay. Well, I don't tell anyone to break up with people. Okay. I don't like reword myself.
Yes, she does. Yes, she absolutely does, in my opinion, based off of my experience. I have seen her in a private leadership chat try to influence people to leave their spouse, to divorce their spouse, because the spouse was not super supportive of multi-level marketing. I love how she always tells on herself, in my opinion. Wow. I can't believe she just said that. It's almost like she doesn't remember what she has done and said in the past. Like, that's crazy to me.
Reword it. If you've ever had a conversation about a relationship with me, first of all, I don't give relationship advice, so don't even bother asking really. But I always do this because I think this is really important. I actually want people to come to the conclusion for themselves. And so this close works really well in business as well. It's just a pro-con list. So when somebody's asking me for advice and it's about relationships, I'm like, you know what I want you to do? I want you to go home and I want you to write out a pros and a cons list before you make this decision. It's a big decision. But you can do that also, because what happens when somebody knows they should break up with somebody? The cons list is this freaking long, right? And the pro list is like regular sex, like that's like the pro list, like that's it, like they do the dishes. I don't even know, like the pro list is like literally this big and the cons are this long. And sometimes people just need to see, they just need to see it in black and white. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with business. Hey, you know what? I don't need to pressure you, Kim. Not a problem. I want you to go home, make a pros cons list and send it back to me by 9:00. I just want to see. And then they start writing out stuff like the cons ends up being stupid stuff. Like, well, what if people make fun of me? Or what if all my friends abandon me and I'm all alone? Or like, what if nobody likes me? I don't know what this accent is. I'm sorry. Okay. Like all of a sudden from Alabama. I don't know what's going on. All right. Like, what if? It's like all these like weird things. And, or what if I don't make my money back? And now it's kind of funny because now you've weaponized yourself further. Now they've given you all of the problems they have, right? They send you a thing like, what if I don't make my money back? And you go, oh my God, that's an awesome question, Jenny. Because I love that this is one of your cons. Because first of all, you could return it. Second of all, you can drink it. And they go, oh, I guess I never thought about it like that. And all of a sudden it's not so scary. All right. I could keep going. It's already 9:00 though. So I'll just say another one that works really, really well is a testimonial close. Okay. When someone is being sold to, they're much more inclined to trust the words of someone that they don't feel like is personally invested in whether or not they make the purchase. Okay. So provide your recruit leads, your customers, whatever, with testimonials. This is why simple proven results work so well. This is why we prove it works so well. This is why it works so well when we do opportunity events like Sydney Smith just did. This is why all of this works so well. It's somebody else's testimonial. Okay. So make sure you're collecting those stories like we always talk about. It is super, super powerful when you do that. Okay. All right, so a couple of things I want to talk about really fast, and then we're totally done. It's just announcements and let you guys go. Like I said, we'll have pop-up training, so don't worry. Just please make sure you stay tuned to the Telegram channel and the Pulse app. Okay, it'll let you guys know when they're going to pop up. I also think it'll be more beneficial sometimes to have some in the afternoons to get some of the Europeans, Australians, etc. on, because those are very weird.
I feel like we can stop. Like this is just her closing it up. What do y'all think? This right here, a single mom with 2 to 3 kids does not have time to go to the Dominican Republic. They're too busy trying to feed their children. Absolutely. Yes. I know JJ is frustrated, you guys. Can we give her some love in the comments? You look so cute though. You look so cute. Yeah, that was a lot. I have to let my cat in because she's screaming. So hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Oh, learn sign language. Heather says learn sign language, JJ. We love you. Yeah, that was a lot. Are you guys okay? What did you think of this training? I'm actually going to remove this. That training. Julie said she's going to snuggle your facey in 2 weeks, JJ. Oh. I know, but you look cute. Yes, we survived. We survived. That was a lot, you guys. It took her 46 minutes to get into any kind of training. Oh, are you getting on your iPad? Oh, I love it. Yeah, the only thing I remember about her from this training is her talking about Logan. All of the name drops, all of the talking about herself. That, in my opinion, is not leadership. Leadership is when you give people actual things that they can use immediately to move themselves and or their business forward. Leadership is not starting off a call. What, mama? It is not starting off a call shaming the people that are showing up every single week and then calling out their names every so often, cracking some jokes, and that's not leadership. And I feel like, especially in multi-level marketing, we see these people that are at a higher rank and they call themselves a leader, but the way that they're leading people is disgusting. It's disgusting. This is not leadership. She only asked the team questions during the last part of the video. The first part was just her talking at them. Yeah, exactly. And talking about herself. Stormy, you guys hear her? Do you think she did this threatening training for shock value? I do think that she does a lot of things online for shock value. Yes. I think that Stormy, what is her problem? I think that she definitely, I mean, bad press is still press, right? I think that that's essentially what she's doing. Okay, I got to see what's going on with this cat. Hold, please. It would be interesting to know the percentage of what was about her and pumping the ego, gloating about, yeah. Leadership is quite literally where you lead people, the opposite of what she just did. Agreed. Christina, this training was about leadership as much as Game of Thrones was about leadership. Stormy. Aaron, read your comment. Oh, where is it? I missed it. I need the code. Okay. Got it. I'm on it. I know. Do you guys hear Stormy? She's like losing her mind. Ready, JJ? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say 021093. What is your problem? I know, Nicole, right? Okay, I'm going to go see if she needs food. Are you getting in, JJ? Stormy is vocalizing for Julie Joe right now. Absolutely. She's on your side, JJ.
So apparently, press mute. Apparently,
do that in the first place.
now you're not muted. I literally hate this so much.
I feel like we should wrap it up. Dramatic effect. I love it. Wait, we're doing something. I can feel it. I don't know why it's doing that. I hate this. Oh no, JJ's in the echo chamber. Oh, don't mind the guy behind the curtain. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Stand by, we are having technical difficulties. Are we in a cult? I mean, I guess let's use this time to do maybe some Q&A while JJ is trying to figure out, and then we'll go from there because I know she has a lot to say. Bosley's mindset is interfering. It's almost 4 a.m. here and birds are starting to sing outside, but I'm so glad. Oh my God. Well, thank you for watching, Autistic. I love your YouTube name. That's super cool. I muted you? It won't let me unmute you. Aaron, okay. So Betty the Bot is their training system. And it's basically a bunch of YouTube videos that they watch. Write it down on Post-its and hold it up. Aaron, when you were in the Empire and in these trainings, was there any part of you that was like something is off here? Yeah, towards the end. Towards the end, definitely. Things definitely fell off. Oh. Are you charging your mouse? I still see her. You're muted, Elaine. Let's see. Let's play What is JJ making with her slime? Yes, let's do that. Aaron, is your hair gray or is there a little bit of icy blue? Yeah, there's a little bit of blue in it. I actually really need to go get a haircut. Elaine, your mic. Aaron, when was this JLW video? Yeah, it was from this past Wednesday, just a few days ago. JJ, do you have headphones to connect? No. She said it won't work. What's the stupidest, most ridiculous thing that JJ ever did while you were on her team? Oh my God. I would have to think about that. And thank you guys for the compliments. She's making a Jessie Lee slime bobblehead. That's funny. My mouse and keyboard are dead and it's an iMac. Where do you think Bosley will go after Prove It? I think she'll do coaching. I think she'll do speaking and coaching. I feel like I should turn some music on. Oh my God, JJ, they love you and they're here for you. Look. I wish you guys could see the face she's making. Love you, friend. And do people on our team actually buy all the BS she says? That's a great question. I do feel like there were times where I was buying off on everything that she was saying. And I think it just depends on the level of indoctrination that you're experiencing, you know? I don't know. I don't know how to word that. But there are some people, yeah. No, I actually link the artist from this painting in all of my videos at the bottom. I have her Instagram profile there. I had it made specifically for this space. If she's so wealthy, why is she always working? Because if she stops, then money is going to stop coming in. We see that all the time with multi-level marketing. Do you think there is anyone in her inner circle thinking about leaving the team? Yes, I do. Oh, you guys are going crazy. Okay, hold on. Off topic, but what do you think about Brooke Banks joining Modere? I am just wondering, in my opinion, how much the bridge contract was and the terms. Just my opinion. I'm not stating that as fact. Let's see. Don't cut your hair. You're supposed to be giving us an elastic hairband moment soon. I can do that probably with the top. Do you imagine if JLW will go to WFAB? No, I don't think so. Coaching because she has burned so many bridges. That's a great question. No, I think that she, in my opinion, just likes to be on stage because that's how she grows her social media, in my opinion. Agree with you, Charlene. I definitely do think this is the beginning of her exit. I think that there's going to be a lot of people just judging from the chat and how people responded to her starting that training with, oh, well, we're not going to be doing these anymore. I think that she's going to lose a lot of people because of how that makes them feel. Because she says all the time, she's like, people won't remember what you did for them, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And I think there's a lot of people. Hi.
I'm so pissed.
I can hear typing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm so pissed.
But you're here. Hi.
The amount of work I put in was probably more than Jesse Lee's put in this entire week. So fucking pissed.
Dead. Well, we're just,
Sammy, thank you.
questions.
Thank you, Sammy. She's
Here,
back and she's crabby.
You're allowed to feel that way. You want to answer this one?
Do you think JL will succeed at coaching considering how much bad press? No, she won't. She sucks at coaching. She's good at sales. She sucks at coaching. She's not a good coach. JJ needs a Luna. I do need a Luna. Lunas. Hi. Look at you, baby.
Aww.
Come here, Luna. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, is there a little wire? Come here. Come here.
I love how everybody was trying to help. How cool is that? Let's see.
Oh, I just slammed my mouse. Sorry, everybody. I restarted my
computer. Do you think that this training is the beginning of the transition to coaching? What do you think, JJ?
Some shots. I don't know. What I know is I think she's just going to use this as a way to say, yeah, if I fail, it's because of my team, obviously, and not me.
Yeah. Do you think JL will willingly quit or be kicked out of Prove It? I think the only way she will leave Prove It is if she's terminated.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with this, Janet. Like when you're on the outside, you can watch some of this stuff and you can say, how can anybody fall for that? But
BRB.
I think that you what?
BRB.
Oh, okay. But I think that the indoctrination happens a little bit at a time. And so then you're in all of it and you're kind of like, how did I even get here? I think that a lot of people have experienced that. Yeah. Rebecca said, I looked up to her. Yeah. I think the wealth is smoke and mirrors. You're not the only one that said that.
Back to normal.
Hi.
That was emotional.
You did a great job.
My God. No. I did not ask Riley. But we're good. We're all good.
Riley, way to handle things over there, my guy.
Howard Payne. I did go to Howard Payne University.
Shut the balls.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm back. Did you see me throw a fit? Maybe.
What do you think she will do next if she leaves? Coaching. I think she'll do coaching and speaking.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if she leaves.
That's a great question.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think she really cares.
Hey, Angelique.
I love y'all too. Thanks, Megan.
Yeah, she seems to be traveling more. Yeah. Do you think she would be able to move to coaching and sustain her lifestyle? I feel like these top MLM leaders can't survive without them. That's a good question. I mean, if you really think about this, the amount of money she's making on her personal volume versus what she's making on her team are very different. And if it was just based on her sales, I'd be curious to know what kind of
Just meet down here.
money she would make just on her sales versus what she makes on her team. So I don't know. I don't think any MLM leader can survive financially with their lifestyle
Mhm.
without their team.
I agree. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah. I'm just looking to see what other questions we have. Yeah, it is really frustrating when technology doesn't work. Ooh, this is interesting. I remember I reached out to her to train my team, different MLM. Ooh, yes, ice cream. It was free, but she said it's only 20 minutes and there has to be a minimum of 100 people on the call. That's interesting because she used to say that there had to be a minimum of 30 people on the call. So that's, if she's terminated, what happens to the empire? Who's next down from her? Who takes over? Great question. I have no.
Lisa Grossman.
Yeah, everybody would roll up to Lisa. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What flavor is that?
Just regular
Chocolate?
sweet chocolate, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No sugar or no?
The lab is the Leadership Advisory Board. So it's basically leadership, but everybody volunteers and there's different committees and they're all responsible for different things. And, they're just giving more of their time for free. They don't get paid for it.
I'm feeling so much better, y'all. Sorry that I threw a big old fit.
You're okay. You're allowed to feel that way. I'd be frustrated too, but I'm glad you're still here. Do you think JL will choose a successor for the Empire if she leaves Prove It?
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think she thinks her lab or anyone in it is competent enough to actually run her position.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Karina. That's incredible insight, JJ. That's very interesting.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Burn it down.
Not JJ making me pull out my milk and cookies. Ben and Jerry's. Love that. Feedback. I really like that there isn't anything scrolling at the bottom of this live. The scrolling really irritates my head and my eyes. Oh, okay. That's great feedback. Thank you for that.
It is ice cream. Yes. Coconut milk ice cream. But it's actually really good. It's HEB, sweet Dutch chocolate.
I like coconut milk.
I don't either.
Do we know if JL has ever been offered a bridge contract? No,
I'm
not sure.
I don't know if she's been offered it. She didn't take one for Prove It, but I feel like she's mentioned she's been offered it, but or she could be lying. But just
Brian said that they don't do bridge contracts.
Yeah.
I was there for that conversation. They don't do bridge contracts.
I feel like I heard in our training say something like, I've been offered bridge contracts, but I just love Prove It, the product, so much. Talking about Prove It.
Yeah.
Yeah, she stayed with them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there were multiple companies that were reaching out to her when we were terminated from Modere. But from what was alleged to me, and again, I'm not stating this as fact, apparently some of the people from Modere, okay, again, this is what's been alleged to me, they were calling some of the other leadership for the other MLM companies and telling them not to work with her after she was terminated, which I find interesting.
Could you imagine an MLM saying, don't work with her? An MLM who will take pretty much everybody.
It's wild.
Says a lot about her.
Yeah, agreed. Modere definitely, in my opinion, does bridge contracts. Based on my experience. Yeah.
Would y'all want me to do the Brooke Banks thing live?
Ooh.
Or do you want me to create a video, edit it, and put it out for you all? What do y'all want about that? Because I see someone mention her, and I've been going back and forth about it.
My vote is I don't care. I just want you to cover it.
I definitely will. There's
As
a lot
I told you.
There's a lot there to cover. broke
There is a
bangs. Oh
lot.
my God, Janet. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Live. Okay.
A lot of lives.
Video.
Yeah. So what I'm
Live.
hearing you guys say is that you like when we do live stuff.
Me too.
I
Just
agree.
cover it. I'll watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, did she do a farewell type video?
Yeah.
Or what? Yes.
She did. Actually, Karina, I have a live of that. It was very random, and it was last minute right when I found out it was going on. So I have a live of that. It's like 35 minutes. And then the next live is going to be about her couple of lives that she's done.
Mm-hmm.
About her there.
Good. Love that.
Live. Aaron live side eye. Did you like what the
Somebody's gonna have to get a screenshot of that at some point when we're both doing that face, because I know exactly what you're talking about, Dave.
my eyebrows are like, Mr. Prince has a book teaching that exit strategy. Wow, DC, I didn't know that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
What is your channel name, lady with the short hair?
Just my name, Aaron Bees.
Aaron.
And hello. That's cute.
That was funny. I know I told you this already, but I really like your hair color. I really like that hair color on you.
I was gonna touch it up today, and I was like, I don't really feel like it. It wouldn't be like much. It wouldn't be much darker. But I need to get a haircut because like this, you can see my natural color kind of coming through.
Sunny. Yeah, no, I that hair color is just so nice. I love it.
Thank you. Guys, JJ's getting her hair done on Monday, and I'm gonna lose it. Like it's gonna look.
I
so
am
good.
paying out the ass. It is so expensive.
It's expensive, but you know it's gonna look so good. I can't wait.
Well, ma'am, it is expensive.
Yeah,
Worth it. Because it's balayage, so it's like
it's gonna be so good.
I'm very excited. I've been doing my hair for a year, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
It also doesn't look great. Like it looks fine, but it's just gonna look so much better done professionally.
and it's so nice to get in the chair and just like
Have someone massage my head. My favorite is when they're washing your hair, after it all, and they're like massaging your head. I'm like, this is
It's
what
the
I'm paying the big bucks for. Is this massage?
Yeah, the hair washing. Also, I like, because obviously my hair is short, so sometimes she'll do like a razor cut, and it like pulls the hair just a little bit, and it like gives me goosebumps. I just love it so much. I probably just told you guys a whole lot about myself, but it's fine.
Sonny said, if you need money, I have a great side hustle for you. JJ gonna be like Mona who? LOL. Yes.
Yeah.
I will tell y'all one time. I'll tell you, I get my hair done at Scissor Sisters in Austin, and it's so great. It's like a LGBTQ plus place, and it also you can be straight to go to, by the way. But they're just super fun, and they're like very, like one side of it is a haircut place, and the other side of it is like antique shopping. It's like the same thing. So you can do both at the same time. And the haircut stations are on top of a stage. So it's like a stage. It's really cool. I like it.
I love that.
You just snitch on yourself so hard.
So hard. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna go play The Sims to decompress.
You guys did a great job hanging in here with this. This was intense. We knew it would be intense though. And
thank you for handling my angriness.
You're fine.
The computer.
You were totally fine. We made it through together, all of us.
We did.
Aww, thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
Also, shout out if Sammy, you're still on here. Thank you so much. Like so much. I really appreciate that $5. It's so kind. Also, I didn't realize this, but I have this like sticker on my videos. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a super sticker where you can like, it's like, I think I just got it like a month or two ago or something, where you can like click it and like pay $5. Good job. Thank you for this video. I did not realize that I had that. So if you
It's like
really
a
like a
tip.
video, yeah, it's like a tip. If you really like a video and you want to do that, feel free. That'd be nice. But obviously, you don't have to. I was just like, what is this? And I was messing
Yeah.
around with it. That's
I
so
love
cool. That is
It's
so
really neat
cool.
watching some of the stuff like come about on YouTube and all the stuff that
Mhm.
they just kind of roll out or whatever. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here, and happy Saturday or whenever you are watching this. And don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. We love doing this together. And I'm excited for JJ to cover the Brooke Banks stuff. Very
Oh.
excited about that.
And if you're on here and you like don't know much about it, it's because Brooke Banks and I had a run-in. Not in person, but like online. And it was great. Stephanie, you're so
Thank you,
nice.
Stephanie.
Wow.
That's so good.
That's very kind. Much appreciated to everybody. Also, Chelsea's live. So if you follow Chelsea or want to go on her channel or support her, go take a look at her live.
Thank you.
Y'all are
Thank you.
amazing. The best of the best of the best. And thank you for joining us. And we'll see y'all later, huh? See you next time.
Don't join an MLM.
What she said. Bye, everybody.